A lot more.
Don't tell me that.
Read off.
Wow. In this episode, if you are an author or a producer of ebooks, we're going to show you how to make a simple funnel to build a loyal audience. So a problem that I hear many authors have whenever they're releasing their new books or trying to publish a book is that they don't have the audience to really show it off to. And the best way to get traction is to have a warm, engaged audience. Some people that already know you, like you, and trust you, and have seen your work before. Now, if this is your first book, how exactly are you going to do that? Because they won't have known you from before. Well, you have two simple solutions for that. I'll get to that in a minute. So the first way of doing it is putting out what's called a perma-free book. Now, a perma-free book is where you put out a book that is permanently free on the stores. Amazon, Nook, Barnes & Nobles. The reason why you're doing this is that because you're getting rid of the barrier or the resistance that somebody will have to a new author, because they no longer have to pay money in order to see what it is that you produce. Now, the perma-free book, I'm not saying put out your novel or your baby out for free, but what I'm saying is write another story or a simple short story, 2,000 to 5,000 words, and you're going to put that out. When you put out that book, at the end of the book, you're going to have a link, and that link is going to take people to a second book that you have that you can give them for free or at a discounted cost once they sign up for your newsletter. So they'll go to a page. Technical difficulties, folks. They'll go to a page that will have the book cover, a description of the book, and then a place to put in their name, an email, and a submit button. Once you do that for them, you're going to send them an email that's going to tell them where to download the book, as well as where they can rate the book on Amazon if they liked it. The good thing about that is that when you remind people to rate your book, many people will go on and actually rate. And if it is a good book, you're going to get a lot more ratings, a lot more.
Don't tell me that.
Read off.
Wow. So when people sign up for your newsletter, you're going to send them an actual email that thanks them for signing up, gives them a download link for the book, the new book that they're looking for, as well as you're going to ask them to review that book, the perma-free book that is on Amazon right now, Amazon, Nook, Barnes & Nobles. The reason why you're doing that is because you want to get as much reviews as possible on your books. It creates social proof that your books are pretty good and people have read them and they like them. The second way that you can build an audience for your books or as an author is using lead magnets. Now, lead magnets are very similar to what we're doing here in terms of capturing their email addresses in order to get them to get the book. However, the difference between a perma-free and a lead magnet is that a lead magnet, you can actually have it for a cost online on these bookstores. And for a special group of people, maybe people who visit your website, maybe people who go to a special promotion, they are able to get your book that's normally 99 cents or maybe $2.99 for free by giving their email address to you. Again, it breaks down the barrier to entry that there will be if they had to pay something for it. And you will get a lot more people going for your book based on that, as opposed to if an unknown author had their book up for $2.99 and they had no works from before then. So a good way to do this is to go on promotional sites like BookFunnel or Prolific Works and use their website to advertise and to push your books. The third way to build an audience is to join a box set, or like people like to call it an anthology, where it's a big group of authors come together with primarily one theme or one story, and they all have one book in that story. The good thing about that is a lot of seasoned authors will use that, and they will join up with new authors to give them a link to their audiences. The good thing about that is that if you are a new author and you're linked with seasoned authors, you're automatically going to be placed in the same rank as those authors, and thus people like your work, they will follow you. So there you have it, 3 ways. I know I said 2 before, but I gave you a bonus, but 3 ways in order to build your audience as an author or publisher online. If you'd like to find out more, comment below and we'll get back to you, or you can message the page directly and we will respond. Take care and have an awesome day.